Robert Kiyosaki once said, financial freedom is available to those who learn about it and work for it. Welcome to Money Matters, a program designed to equip you with the knowledge and tools to make informed financial decisions. I'm your host, Faith Katai. On the program, we are looking at the importance of financial literacy. And my guest is a financial literacy coach, Lillian Nakawala. Coach Lillian, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine, looking beautiful.
Thank you so much. Looking beautiful as well.
Yes. Okay, so let's start our conversation.
Sure.
Oh, yes, I would like us to define what is financial literacy in a nutshell.
Okay, so financial literacy is the ability to understand and effectively manage your money. So it's basically knowing how to manage your finances, your money. And when we talk about managing your money, we are talking about the components of financial literacy, which are saving, budgeting, investing, debt management, and earning. That's what you're talking about here. So basically, that's what financial literacy is.
Okay, so how crucial is it for one to know about financial literacy or to have knowledge about financial literacy in one's life?
It's actually very, very crucial, as it helps you to achieve financial stability. It also helps you to make informed money decisions. Financial literacy also helps you to plan financially. So you need to plan for you to invest. What are you investing for? Where are you investing? If it's saving, what's the purpose? Why do you want to save? Do you just want to save and it goes nowhere? You need to have goals. So it helps, financial literacy helps you to plan, yes.
Okay, so how does financial literacy also impact our everyday life in terms of in making informed decisions regarding spending and also as saving? How does it impact our lives?
So it does that by helping you to stay focused on whatever you are. If it's saving, you stay focused on your savings. If it's investing, you stay focused on your investings. I mean your investments. You need to be monitoring your investments. You need to be monitoring your savings. You track those savings. How much are you saving? Where are you saving? Is it at home using a piggy bank? Are you using, we now have Patumba, by the way, yeah, which is very helpful. So where are you saving? So it impacts you, especially when it comes to spending. Most of us have a challenge when it comes to debt and overspending and everything. Are you a type of a person who would budget and you budget 1,000 on your list? When you go shopping, you go and triple it. You go and triple your list, or you double it. So financial literacy helps you to have the knowledge, to have the discipline, yes, when it comes to money usage, it comes to debt management. You know your limits, and if you've acquired a lot of debt, it helps you also to start to finish up your debt. You start controlling, okay, how am I going to finish up this debt that I have? Yeah, so that's what it does.
Great. So is there a relationship between financial literacy and long-term financial goals when it comes to retirement planning for an individual?
Yes, there is, because whatever it is, whether long-term financial goals, it obviously has to start from somewhere. So you start small. You can start small, you start saving little by little and everything. And that is if you are not there already. Those who have a lot of money and everything, it's fine to just set your long-term goals and everything. You go straight into that. But with those who have little finances, you start slow, you start small. You start small, actually, yes. So there is a relationship between the long-term and the short.
Awesome. So what are some of the misconceptions people have about financial literacy? Are you able to give us some of the misconceptions?
Yes, the most common one is that people think saving is for the wealthy or for the rich, which is not even the case. Saving is for everyone, and you can start with any amount that you have. Yes. So that is why, like, to be specific, I concentrate on children. So like they would save even as small amount as a 1 kwacha. They'll get that 1 kwacha and put it in the piggy bank. As time goes on, they'll be graduating, like they'll be going higher, like saving bigger amounts. They start saving 10 kwachas, they start saving. So saving is for everyone, and a lot of people think it's for the rich, or maybe for the wealthy. The other misconception is that people feel maybe investing, for you to invest, you need a big amount, a large amount of money, which is not the case as well. So you can start investing small with small monies. There are a lot of small businesses that you can go in. There are a lot of small investments that you can go in. For example, I'll give you an example of investing in stock markets. That's when you don't even need the 1,000, 1,000. It doesn't even go up to 1,000. So you can open an account with a broker. It's only 500. You start buying your shares, and the prices are so cheap. Like Zambif is only 2 kwacha 15 ngwe. You see, Luce itself is only 0 point something, less than a 1 kwacha. So those are some of the misconceptions that people have, yes, when it comes to financial literacy.
Okay, so an individual would ask, how do they assess themselves of their current level of financial literacy? What is it that they can use, or how can they assess themselves?
So they can do that by reviewing their, from time to time, you review your budgeting habits. Yes, you review that, you monitor your spendings. How much are you spending? So you need to have interest in that, like you need, it has to be consistent. Where you know, maybe at a monthly basis or weekly basis, especially a weekly basis, you need to sit down, track your expenses. You monitor your expenses, monitor your budgeting habits, and so on and so forth. Yes, so reviewing is one of the things that can be used to assess. Is one of the things that can be used to assess, yes, and tracking and monitoring. Very, very important. So you monitor your savings, you monitor your investments. How is it going? Are you making profits? Are your investments bringing you loss? So you need to monitor all that. So that's how you assess your, yes, that's how you assess when it comes to assessments. So reviewing, you review even your debt management. How are you owing a lot? So you have to review. You take time to review everything, your budgeting, your savings, your investments. If it's earning, how much are you earning? And where's your money coming from? Is it your salary? Is it your business? How are you earning? So you need to monitor all those and you review them.
Great.
Yes.
Okay. So we now go on a short break. Stay tuned.
Zani's TV, the People's Channel, is now officially on DSTV. Starting 24th February 2026. Tune in on channel 274 DSTV and channel 29 GoTV. This marks a new chapter in delivering credible, national and people-centered programming to homes across Zambia and beyond. From news and national events to development stories and cultural programs, your channel just got bigger. Stay informed, stay connected, stay with Zani's TV.
Welcome back. In case you have just joined us, you are watching Money Matters, a program designed to keep you equipped with knowledge and tools to make informed financial decisions. And my guest today is Lillian Nakawala, a financial literacy coach, who is explaining to us the importance of financial literacy in one's life. What resources, Lillian, would you recommend for one to who's looking to improve their financial literacy, what tools can they use?
Okay, so we have a lot of books, both hard copy books and soft copies. Some of the books would be Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It teaches financial literacy. We have Smart Money Woman, Psychology of Money, and these copies are both in hard copies. You'd find them in the bookstores, and we also have soft copies you can just download and you start reading. So there are actually a lot. And when you go searching, you'd also find a lot of budgeting apps that would help you with your expenses, your income, and yes, all that. So we also have podcasts. There are a lot of podcasts about financial literacy, about money matters. You find them at all age. Whether you are looking for financial literacy for children, you find it there. We also have, I think, YouTube, which is the most common one. So just have interest in researching. You find the materials are there, the resources are there, and there are a lot. So as long as you've got interest, you'll find the resources. They are both online and even in, I think in some of the libraries, we have some financial books, yes.
Okay, so you mentioned of some of the apps. Are you able to mention some of the apps that one can use?
There is, I think, with Google Google Play Store? Yes. So there's Manage Your Expenses. It's just Manage Your Expenses. So that one is specifically for budgeting purposes. Then there's also budgeting apps. So what you do is when you go to the engine, you just type in budgeting apps. They will come. Actually, there are a lot. Yeah, there are a lot. They'll help you with your budgeting. They help you with tracking your expenses. Yes.
Okay. So what role should school actually come in, and also educational institutions play in fostering financial literacy? Even as a country, in Zambia, as a nation, what role should they play in this, instilling this financial literacy knowledge?
So for schools, I would say maybe them starting to teach children in schools at an early age. That one would help. Because most of the times you find that adults, maybe in secondary, are the ones who learn about financial literacy. So if we can bring it down to even grade 1 or even reception, that would really help. So I think that's what schools can do. And then when it comes to financial institutions, they should provide transparent information to people out there. We have this program that we're doing with the kids where we are saying piggy banks, yes, you can save, but you can't save for a long time because it's not a long time thing. You need to transfer that amount, whatever you are saving, into a bank account. So that's where now financial institutions are coming in. They need to provide information to children because not only children, but even adults. Some adults don't even know how to go about it. They're so comfortable keeping their monies in the bags and everything. So they need to go out there to to give information to people on how maybe to open the bank accounts, how cheap it is to open, and how easy it is. Because some people think it's complicated. Yes, so I think that one would help. And for government, I would recommend that they should promote accessible financial educational programs. Yes, to both children and adults. I think that's what can be done.
Awesome. We've talked about schools and also government. How about the parents? Is there a role they should play?
The parents, yes, because
literacy?
Yes, there is. For the parents, especially when it comes to children, like I mentioned, I focus more on children. So the children can't actually manage to do the savings, whatever we are teaching them, without the support from the parents. So they really need that support. And when we talk about children earning, because we teach them also earning, like how do you earn the money and everything, earning, we teach children to earn the money from home. Not where they start going. We're not asking children to go and look for pieceworks, what. No, they need to do it from home. So how do they do it from home? They need the parents now support. They need to do chores from home. The parents need to come in and start giving them allowances. I know it's not very common here in Africa, but we have to start. It's very important because we are teaching them saving. So where do they get the money to save? We are teaching them investing. Where do they get the money to invest? So we can start. We are not looking at the amounts. We are looking at just starting at any level. So you can start. You tell your child, okay, come and sweep my bedroom, because that's not your child's responsibility. Come and sweep my bedroom. When they do that, you give them a 5 kwacha or a 2 kwacha. They'll appreciate that 2 kwacha. They'll put in a piggy bank or something, because we're teaching them saving. At the end of the day, when the money is a lot, they invest. Yes, they can invest in a lot of things. And I was so excited last week. I had a program where we had to go to the farm, to Palavana and everything. Children were being taught agripreneurship. So now they're being taught to go into agriculture. If you're not giving the money from home, where are they going to get from you? You don't expect them to go and ask from neighbors. So you need to, parents actually have got a very big role to play. And even themselves, I think most of adults, with the experience that I've gotten from where I'm working from, because I'm a revenue collector at, for Lusaka City Council at City Market, basically. So you find that a lot of people, adults who are selling there, the marketeers, they don't have financial literacy. And as a result, even if you tell them to sell, they'll refuse. They'll say system asungira and drama muma shan ma banks or whatever thing. So I think there is need, like we've mentioned, for government to really step up. If we want to be financially, I think, stable in the country, there's really need. There's a big role that they have to play. Yes. So you find that a lot of adults, all these street vendors and everything, they sell, they make sales, but where do they take the money that they whatever profit they find? They don't save, they don't want to put in to invest. They just use its mouth, hand and mouth. Or you find somebody telling you, I've been in this market for 35 years, but when you look at what they've achieved, there's nothing. Yeah, so I think information has to go out there. There's a lot that needs to do, and not only government, even the financial institutions. Yes, yeah, there's a lot that has to be done, and especially with the point of parents supporting children. Yes, parents really, but you can't support your child if you don't know what financial literacy is. So it has to start with you as a parent. You need to have that knowledge. When you have that knowledge, it will be easier for you to support your child.
Great. So how does financial literacy affect one's ability to make informed decisions and about credit and debt management? I know you had mentioned earlier, but I would like you to elaborate further.
So with debts, to be specific, with the knowledge of financial literacy, we teach debt managing. So you have to list, not just guessing to say, okay, I'm owing that one, this amount, I'm owing this institution, this amount, I got a loan from what and what. You need to list. You make a list to say, okay, which institutions am I owing? Which people am I owing? So it has to be a list from one. You say, okay, one, I'm owing how much? Maybe 500. The second one, maybe with the whatever institution, microfinance, I'm owing this much. Okay, this person, I'm owing this much. Then now we'll teach you to say, okay, since you've listed them, maybe they are 10 or 5. What's the plan? How do you plan on paying back the money? It's not something that is supposed to be cash up or paying a lump sum. No, you can start slowly. The first thing you need to do is to communicate with the people that you're owing. After making a plan, you say, okay, I can pay maybe this 1,000 in maybe a month. I'll pay the other one in maybe, so you list them according to that. You start with the one that you're starting with. which one are you going to clear first? So you call that person and say, okay, I know I'm owing, but I'm asking for maybe extra time. Ndelombako, maybe give me 2 weeks or give me a month. I'll make sure I clear this. Or maybe I'll be paying. Can you allow me to be paying slowly? You call the other person. You say, okay, I'll pay you maybe after a month, because you know that this month maybe you have that other one that you've called. So you list them like that. Then you start with the clearing. The first person, how do you clear? Use the same arrangement that you've made. You should stick to that. If the person agreed to say you'll be paying me slowly, you start. Maybe after 3 days you find 100 kwacha, you pay. After 1 month, after a week, maybe you find that you've cleared maybe a 500 or 300. By the end of the month, you've cleared the first one. You go to the second. The other bad habit that I've noticed is that people continue going back. You've cleared, yes, but you want to go back. That habit should come to an end. So that habit can come to an end if you have systems around you. So put up systems, your saving systems. How are you saving? Because you can't tell me that whatever money that you are saving, you have to take to the bank. You need to have plans, long-term and short-term. So if we are talking about long term, that's the amount that you can maybe put maybe somewhere safe. You know that this one I'm saving it maybe for a year or more than that. But you need to have another plan where you say, by the way, for such things, we encourage even using emergency funds, because debt is not good. So you need that's actually an emergency. You need to clear it as soon as possible, as soon as you can. So you need to have an emergency fund, you need to have your main savings account, and you need to have a short-term saving plan. And with the coming of Patumba apps and everything, so that one makes it easier. You can be taking your long-term savings to wherever, maybe a bank or wherever, insurance or something, and then you can be having your short-term plans just by using your mobile phone, using your piggy bank. Even as an adult, you can have a piggy bank where you put those loose coins. You come from work or you're coming from business, you've got some loose 5 kwacha, loose 10 kwacha. It's not in your phone. What do you do with it? You save, you put. When time comes for such things, you use the same. You get from your short-term savings. You clear your debt or you do whatever you have to do. Yes.
Awesome. So what are the most important skills that one needs to have, or areas you believe everyone should master in order to become financially literate?
Budgeting is the most important, because when you have money, whatever amount it is, you need to make a budget. It's from budgeting that you even save. With your budget, you make a budget to say, okay, this I'm spending this one is for saving. So the first one, I think the most important skill to me is budgeting. Because you won't tell me that when you are given a 10,000, you put everything into your savings. You can't. You've got your daily life to run. So you need to separate, okay, this amount has come, or my salary has come in. How am I planning for it? There's that 50-30-20 rule, where we talk about a 50% goes to savings, a 30% spending, the other 20% sharing. So sharing, that's where now you have got maybe where you can take to orphanages, you help out the less privileged, you help out your families. We've got those family members who are, so excited when it's month end. So you use that sharing part. That's the one that you share. For your spending, you get whatever, that 30%, you spend on whatever you have to spend. And when spending, you actually have to, we teach needs and wants. You have to know all that. How am I spending my money? Is it on wants? Is it on needs? what are the things that are most important? So you look at that, so you just don't spend, so for me, of course you need to have all the skills. You need budgeting, saving, investing, debt management, understanding credit. You need that. But all that wouldn't work if you don't budget. Because it's from budgeting that you separate to say, okay, this is for this, this is for this, this is for this. So those are some of the skills.
Great. As we come to the end of the program, what would be your closing remarks as regards to financial literacy?
Okay, so my closing remark would be advising people out there to say, start small. Financial literacy is for everyone. The young, I actually, with the children that I teach, we start from even 5 years, but I've had the privilege of teaching even three-year-olds. So with 3-year-olds, you're teaching them, how much is this? That's money recognition. So that they know, okay, this is a coin, it's 1 kwacha, this is a 2 kwacha, this is a 5 kwacha, this is paper money, this is a coin. So you start from there. And when it comes to saving, start small. Saving is for everyone. You can save using your piggy banks. You can save using your patumba. You can save using banks. You open bank accounts, you start saving. Yes, and focus on consistent. You focus on consistent. You have to be consistent. When you start saving, not today you save. You wait for a month, then you come and save again a 10 kwacha. Focus on consistent. Whether you are saving a 1 kwacha, I like patumba because you can save any amount. For short-term goals, of course, I like it because you can save any amount. You can save a 1 kwacha, you can save a 2 kwacha, you can save. So it doesn't matter the amount. Just save. And the other advice would go to parents. Please support your children when it comes to financial literacy. As adults, we are struggling like this because we never had this knowledge, this information when we were growing up. If we had, this time wouldn't be too much into debt and everything and so on. Yeah, too much dependent on maybe government to do this, this one, I've got my elder brother who is doing so well. My parents are doing so well. Yes, so let's support the children in the homes. It starts from home. Then we come in as coaches. The government would come in to support and everything. So it starts from home. Start with whatever you have. Yes, start with whatever you have. So that's the advice that I'll give.
Wonderful. Coach Lydian, thank you so much for making an appearance on Money Matters. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for hosting me as well.
Okay. Viewers, there you have it. We have heard financial literacy gives an individual the tools and the resources they need to be financially secure for life. The lack of financial literacy can lead to many pitfalls such as overspending, an unsustainable debt burden, and lead to poor credit and many other negative consequences. On behalf of the entire Zanis production team, this has been Faith Katai. Thank you for watching.